Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's your boy Neosynthesis, and there's an updated Forbidden Limited list. I know I've kind of been slacking on content lately, and that's just because I feel like the format's kind of been stale. Master Duel's dying, whatever. But I've already seen the ban list, but I'm just going to very quickly run through it and give kind of my thoughts for those of you who may not have seen it. And I doubt I'll be the first person to show you the list, but maybe I am. And hopefully, if I'm not... Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Just slow down. I can give you guys at least my perspective and maybe a fresh perspective. All right, so first of all, there's 3 bans. Auroradon, Meow Meow Mew, and Verte Anaconda. I think the most important ban here is Verte Anaconda. Pretty much makes DPE not a thing anymore. All the Neos, fusion stuff. All the fusion cards that were like getting played because of Verte with like the Garnets. Pretty much, with the Garnets, basically, I mean, people played Dragoon, they had to play, the Dark Magician and the Red Eyes. Well, now, all that's pretty much just gone. That's really awesome. Turn 1 is weaker. Overall, it's a lot weaker with no Verte, because a lot of your biggest, most impactful, last things you're going to do was, I've got 2 random dudes. I'm just going to make, the most powerful boss monster in the game right now. For 2,000 life points. Cool. It's like, yeah, you already used all 4 of my hand traps. You're fine. Whatever, man. So, that's cool. Auroradon, just more things dying for Halqifibrax. That's all I have to say. I don't think Auroradon was really that strong. Because now it seems to me that we're lacking things to go into. Excuse me. Just Verte Anaconda being banned really makes turn 1 a lot harder. Things like, people were thinking Colossus might come off, Masterpiece, none of these cards came off. But what did come off was Jet Synchron, a Halqifibrax target, which is really cool. With Auroradon being banned, I don't think there's really a good reason to do this stuff, to play the Halqifibrax. Also, Halqifibrax itself has found itself limited. And Red Rose Dragon, another card. This is, Jet Synchron, I pointed at the screen you guys could see it. Jet Synchron is a positive for the Halki, so they get 1 card back. So excuse me, they lost... The Halki decks, they pretty much lost this, so they lost 2 cards. They got 1 back, so they're at a net -1. They lose 2 Red Rose Dragons, and then they lose the 2nd and 3rd Halk. So, and they also lose, 2nd and 3rd Shooting Riser. I don't think Shooting Riser was being played at 2 and 3. I'm just trying to see if there's any other important cards here now. It doesn't really look like... but they hit the Halki decks a lot, like the Adventure decks. So that's really interesting. I don't think Red Rose Dragon needed to be limited, and I don't think Shooting Riser Dragon needed to be limited. I like the Halqifibrax limit. Not being able to go into your Halki stuff, again, is good. Again, I don't think that limiting it is really making a huge difference. Yatagarasu should see no play. Monkey Board's going to see play. I'll say it right now. I think there's a Pendulum deck out there that's really good. Maybe Tier 2, Tier 3, but maybe, piloted by the right Pendulum Master. I think this deck's insane. I think people will very soon realize that turn 1 overall is a lot weaker, and Pendulum can probably OTK a lot on turn 2, and then on turn 1, you're probably also doing a lot of insane stuff. So with the Endymion stuff, your turn 1 might just be better than a lot of other decks' turn 1s. So yeah, interested to see what Pendulum's going to do. I think I've talked about everything else here. Jet Synchron, like I said, it's a Halki thing. I don't really think it's going to be too impactful because they really hurt that deck a lot. Yatagarasu shouldn't do anything. Change of Heart is completely troll, by the way. It makes going second actually a lot better, which I think is good. I don't really like it though, because it's just gonna make... It's just interesting. It's just really interesting, Change of Heart. That one will definitely be in a lot... So they're officially saying that Change of Heart, by the way, is less good than Snatch Steal. Which... Guys, I don't think Change of Heart... Change of Heart. No. I don't think Change of Heart I guess so. They're basically saying that Change of Heart itself. Sorry, I guess I should have just pulled this up beforehand. But I guess they're basically saying Change of Heart is less of already updated. Love that. They're basically saying that because Change of Heart gives it back in the end phase, it's less of a blowout than Snatch Steal. Which I don't know. Maybe I agree with that. Change of Heart's definitely the most divisive one here. Time Seal will do nothing. This card is just a joke. I mean, it's not ever good in the format. And then the semi-limit stuff is weird. I think that Draco, Dynamite, Draco Fighter, I think this will prompt people to play True Draco again. I think it's just continually getting better. Ben 10 should do nothing. I think this is to support other ritual decks in the future. Like Drytron's, I kind of have had a conversation with a lot of Drytron people, or really just my main Dry Kage. I'm sure you guys have seen him on the channel. The Drytron deck doesn't seem very good anymore, because it's like you needed Verte for the deck to be really good. Tenki going back to 2, I think it's fine. Maybe Tri-Brigade will get a little bit better. I know there's like a branded Tri-Brigade deck. Cool. I don't know if that deck needed Verte or not. Probably did. Desire's back to 2. I don't know. Why did it go to 1? Light Stage to 2. I don't know. I really don't know what this card does. But I'm assuming it's not that big of a deal, because I don't think people were playing it at 1. Maybe at 2 it unlocks some things. I think I heard someone say this is 1-card Hulk, but Hulk is weaker. So, okay, that's fine. Wall of Revealing Light. Yeah, trap card. That's kind of all I need to say. Night Assailant has been eroded. Terrestrial Dragon of the Ice Barrier kind of makes me wonder, because maybe this is like what you do in the Halki decks now. Is it viable? Hear me out. Is it viable to loop 5? Can you actually loop 5 and then loop... If you could figure out a way to consistently loop 5 and then end with like a Formula Synchron... Is Formula Synchron still... Maybe Formula Synchron was never limited, but... if you could like somehow... Because, wait, does Formula Synchron stay during their main phase? I don't really know. But anyway, if you could loop all 6 with Trishula, that would be the only reason you'd want it. And this card's like never seen play, which is so sad. So cool. Just, it was banned for so long for no reason, to be honest. Should have been allowed much earlier back into the format. The OCG had it and we just didn't, and it was so cool. It's just, I love that card. Hero Lives, alright. Salamangreat, get 2 cards back. Maybe that'll be something. Scapegoat, also get things back. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it just feels like Salamangreat just doesn't do anything. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway, guys, that's the list. No adventure stuff, which is really disappointing, and no branded stuff, which is also very disappointing. This is technically a branded hit. This more so stops the branded stuff from just being in every deck, which I think is good. It shouldn't be in every deck. Anyway, that's the list. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think this is really the craziest list ever, but, you know. I think Adventure really needed to be a hit, and I'm surprised that Eldritch dodged the list. Let me know what you guys are surprised dodged the list. You know, those 3 decks, like I said, branded, Eldritch, and, I can't think of it. I just said it. Branded, Eldritch, and Adventure, though that's because it wasn't like a deck, needed to be hit. I think Adventure got off the list, got away with not being on the list, because there's not really any... I don't know what the best Adventure deck is anymore. I think that's the main question. So, let me know what you guys think. What's the best deck? I think it's obvious that it's branded, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, let me know in the comments below. It's been your boy, Neosynthesis. Peace.